Hi, my name is Julia Lawrence, and this is my persuasive speech. What can we do to get the government more involved in recycling programs? It's no question that we all know that protecting our environment is important. Do you feel like you do enough on your end? Popular mechanics author Alex Hutchinson states in an article from 2008 titled, "Is Recycling Worth It?" that Houston, Texas boasts the worst recycling rates in the nation at just 2.6%. Is recycling required in your city or county? Recycling is expensive, so what is the solution? What if I told you that government intervention may be the solution? Why do we need government intervention? Promotion, facility accessibility, monetary incentives, and disincentives can all help promote recycling in your area. The most common precursor for people that regularly recycle is cultural norm, meaning if you were raised in a household or in an area that recycled, you are more likely to participate as an adult. The study from the Journal of Environmental Management titled Intention to Action: How Do Personal Attitudes, Facilities Accessibility, and Government Stimulus Matter for Household Waste Sorting, published in 2019, written by Zhang Bin and co-authors, shows that government motivation can contribute in a rise in waste sorting behavior. Whether this is a result of peer pressure or merely public awareness is not really clear. However, the results are. One example of a study like this is found in Science Direct, titled "A Weekly Doorstep Recycling Collection I Had No Idea We Could: Overcoming the Local Barriers to Participation." This was done in the United Kingdom in the late 1990s. The author Adam Reed states, "The Recycling Roadshow was launched to bring recycling service and its message of reduce, reuse, recycle to every doorstep in the borough. This campaign increased average weekly recycling tonnage from 107 to 132 tons. This begs the argument that simply making recycling options known can increase the recycling rate significantly." One of the best advertisements for recycling is a facility close by. Do you feel like the closest recycling facility is all the way across town and never open when you need it to be? Recycling facilities are extremely expensive and almost cost prohibitive due to land cost and environmental regulation. A journal article in Resources, Conservation, and Recycling, written in 2016, titled "What Keeps Chinese from Recycling? Accessibility of Recycling Facilities and the Behavior," shows the percentage of people who recycled was 25% higher in the scenario with easily accessible recycling facilities compared to those with hardly accessible facilities. Providing more facilities within close range and with local home pickup could increase the rate of recycling by making it easier and more convenient for each person. Beyond that, curbside pickup provides even more convenience and participation. Here in Alaska, at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, our recycling picks up bi-weekly, and I found that the ease of curbside pickup has encouraged me to be more diligent in sorting my trash. M. Briuglio and co-authors wrote in the Journal of Environmental Planning and Management in 2016 an article titled "Voluntary Recycling Despite Disincentives," that programs reduce or are perceived to reduce time, space, or effort needed to recycle, boost participation, and that recycling increases in the presence of curbside services. Government participation in the funding of these facilities and services can increase the amount of recycling greatly by making recycling available to everyone in spite of their locale. There are harsher and more potent ways to promote recycling the government can use to enforce its place. There are harsher and more potent ways to promote recycling the government can use to enforce its already in place facilities. The harsher means of enforcement can come as incentives or disincentives. Most communities throughout the United States require the purchase of trash services to be included in their monthly billing cycle. Only some of them require separate payment for recycling, and even fewer charge fees or penalties for the lack of recycling participation. In the same article cited in the beginning of our talk, Alex Hutchinson writes about the pay-as-you-throw policy, where homeowners pay for garbage collection based on the size of their trash cans. More than 7,000 communities, a quarter of the U.S. population, have introduced this policy with success, their rates being about 30% higher as a result. Incentives like this can use the power of monetary value to increase the rate of recycling, but how does this reflect in a government program? Using governmental enforcement, such as city code or ticketing for lack of participation to push recycling over mixed waste, this not only promotes recycling, but can also be another form of income to the city to put towards more advanced facilities and greater pickup rates. All of this information can be a lot to take in. The multitude of journal articles and research done tends to combine into one long list that after a while really begins to lose its meaning. In short, promoting government encouragement in recycling can lead to a greater amount of participation throughout the entire United States. All of these points can be further enforced in the article Promoting Residential Recycling, 2016, found in the journal Games. Thank you, and please consider making recycling a part of your daily routine.